You've booked a flight to Los Angeles. You land at LAX and travel about 15 minutes south to the beautiful Manhattan Beach Pier, home of beach volleyball and the granddaddy of them all, the Manhattan Beach Open, one of the longest running tournaments in all of the sport. Welcome to the 2024 Manhattan Beach Open, the AVP Heritage Series event number 2 for this year. Hey everybody, Kevin Barnett alongside Cameron Irwin as we welcome you to Stadium Court once again for our first women's match of the day. And we have a very interesting matchup here with one of the top teams that could make an impact with Deberg and Harward.
I'm so excited to see Harward and Deberg back in action. This is Team Fire. They are so fun to watch. They play with a ton of emotion, and that is my kind of athlete. So I cannot wait to see what they bring here to Manhattan Beach. I'm going to be watching out for Deberg, though. She dealt with a little bit of a rolled ankle this week. She has had some history of ankle injuries in her past, but she said she is fully ready to go, feeling great coming into this, and Hailey Harward is just a force to be reckoned with. But you better watch out. There's some girls from Cal Poly on the opposite side of the net, and they are going to be so electric, so fast defensively, and I'm going to be watching them in the backcourt.
Okay, Lindsey Sparks and Piper Ferch. This is an example of the rise of collegiate beach volleyball.
Yeah, and it's so fun. You take a look at the seeds, and I would say probably from about 10 on, it's no longer just UCLA and USC seeds, right? In terms of the collegiate women coming into the game. Now it's about, you're seeing Cal Poly in the mix. You've got the Florida States in there. They are all over the place, and I think that speaks to the depth now of the college game really coming into the AVP.
We'll hand it off to set the scene. Mark Sherman gets us ready for our next Stadium Court matchup.
And we are set for our third match of the day here on Stadium Court. Let's meet the players playing their first match here at the Manhattan Beach Open. This first player just finished her third year, her junior year at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, originally out of the Pacific Northwest up in Redmond, Washington. Let me hear it for Piper Ferch. And her partner out of UCLA, national champion, brewing out of UCLA, originally Edison High School down in Huntington Beach, California. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Lindsey Sparks. And their opponents in their first match here at the MBO. This first player, oh, I saw you warming up in that Cuba shirt. I saw that Cuba shirt. She was hanging out in Paris a little bit with her boyfriend, Noslane Diaz. That was very fun, wasn't it? Yes. And now down here to Manhattan Beach, everybody. Originally out of Hudson, Iowa. Give it up for Kylie Deberg. And her partner originally out of Phoenix, Arizona, out of Long Beach State and USC, a two-time winner here on the AVP. Let me hear it for Hailey Harward.
So right away, your first trip to Stadium Court, someone's got to let Piper Ferch know when they announce your name, run onto the court. It's time to leave the box and go play some volley.
You know what? First time on Stadium, I can't even imagine what I would do.
Probably a cartwheel on your way out, Cameron, if I had to guess.
That's probably true.
All right, so Hailey Harward and Kylie Deberg will get started. That's Harward at the line. Piper Ferch on the left, and her partner Lindsey Sparks on the right. They'll start on Sparks, and it's an ace serve right away.
Hailey Harward, she's won back-to-back national titles at USC. She played alongside Tina Gradina at one of those points. She was the 2022 AVCA Pair of the Year. I mean, she is all about the physicality, and it shows up in her game.
Reminds me of Heather Bansley on the Canadian side, an Olympian. Just the strength, control, and power, particularly in transition.
Yeah, watch for her to get aggressive from that service line, too.
All right, so back to serve goes Lindsey Sparks, Edison High School. Pride of that program. 5 years at UCLA before going to Cal Poly with a graduate year. Not sure how many years of eligibility there are anymore for women beach volleyball players, but it appears to be something between 7 and 8.
Yeah, but you have to go hats off to Lindsey Sparks. I've watched her throughout her collegiate career, whether that was at UCLA or Cal Poly. Her ability to get back out on the court. She dealt with a knee injury that was very severe. Took 2 years of recovery. So it's incredible to see her back on the beach volleyball court. And there was just a spark, notably, in her play at Cal Poly this season. It was really fun to see just the joy she's having out on the court. I can't imagine after a knee injury like she had. Just the amount of fortitude it took for her to get back out there.
Yeah,
this has got to be the most joyful time of her career.
Played at the number 3 spot with Quinn Perry primarily. The growth of the game collegiately has just been massive. Part of that, Kylie Deberg was kind of ahead of it, going from Illinois to Missouri to LSU. Part of that Tiger contingent in the growing program at Louisiana State. Well, shout out to Mike the Tiger at LSU. Deep corner serve, working on Ferch.
A little tight on the set there, but I did like that first contact from Ferch. Her ability to kind of pop that right hip open and drive that knee forward. It actually allowed her to kind of open up that platform to the side of her. She had to get her hips out of the way. It was a good first contact. That one goes a little awry.
Staying aggressive at the net in spite of the size of Kylie Deberg, coming in at 6'4", 25 years old. The analogous player for a Kylie Deberg would be an Olympian, Cameron Irwin, out of Iowa. No? Top team? KT? Okay. We'll leave it out there. We'll get. Nice dig there. And the punch over, but not quite far enough. That was a good idea. Not quite executed. Just missed. Taryn Cloak is the answer for those at home that were participating. Size of the net, mobility, ability to pass, move around. Okay, you weren't with me. You just get.
I was thinking South Dakota, so then I was a little confused when you threw out the Iowa.
Creighton University would have gotten you there.
Yeah, that would have gotten me there.
That ball is going to be just long.
Just like leaving everybody on a cliffhanger.
Sometimes you got to give people an opportunity to think about it.
Plus, I wasn't sure if you were going indoor or beach. There was a lot. There was a
all
lot
over the
going
place.
through my head,
You're
Kevin.
all over the place.
Deberg work right now on the side out. Got to steady out their first contact.
If you look at the field here in Manhattan Beach, on the women's side in particular, you are really seeing the results of Collegiate Beach. It used to be before it was a little bit of impact of Collegiate Beach. Now it's the results of Collegiate Beach. Outside the top 10 seeds, you're just looking at all the names you know from Collegiate Beach volleyball. All those reps, all that time is paying off.
Yeah, and then you're even looking like qualifier, and you see names like Charlie Ekstrom, and you're like, you gotta be kidding me.
Right.
Like, she was up at that #1 spot at Stanford, it seemed like every single year of her career.
Beautiful set and delivery from Lindsey Sparks. Piper Ferch with the finish.
There's a pretty cool highlight on Piper Ferch's Instagram page where she just soars. This girl can elevate.
Ferch at the net. Her partner Sparks to serve. Going jump serve. Middle for the winner. Well, I guess just middle.
I talked to Hailey Harward yesterday just about some of the areas in which she's looking to continue to progress her own game, and she notably said passing #1 because they want to look to option a bit more. But she also said, Cam, you know I love to swing. You know I love to hit the volleyball. So she's looking to clean up and kind of utilize some more of those shots. I think that's a great look there. She's in a little bit of trouble on that last rally, right? Just about 5 feet off the net, and she just goes, about 75% swing deep into the middle of the court. It's a nice heads-up play from Harward. Deberg had some fun not too long ago. She said she got to play in, of course, the notorious 6-man event here in Manhattan Beach.
Notorious how?
In so many ways. Part of the Soho Sixer team.
Ooh, guy just barely out of bounds long.
Deep serve is long. A bit of a strategy here, it appears, from Deberg and Harward to make Ferch and Sparks run from the end line. They're trying to hit those deep shots. And we are tied at 8. Deploying the same strategy here, going to the corner. Deberg from way back gets blocked. And that'll be a winner for Piper Ferch.
Come on, Piper Ferch, get up. Big move into the angle. That is a huge block.
5'10", greater than 6'4" on this play.
What? Come on now.
From deep to short.
Yeah, they are continuing to go after Deberg on that first contact, and to your point, going deep and short and really utilizing that left side of her body. Nice serving strategy there from Ferch and Sparks.
Yeah, Ferch and Sparks in the main draw here. They finished 3rd at Denver.
Oh my! The pass, the set, and the attack. Ferch just took that first contact so low, cushioning that ball. Incredible. Be able to control that nice and quick. They ran a fast offense there.
Do you go short or do you go deep? Deep shot, long run for Deberg. And a pokey just wide, nets the point for Ferch and Sparks. That'll keep Ferch at the line. ABC All-American, all Big West, multiple years.
I really haven't seen Deberg have the ability to go up and take a cut at a ball, honestly.
I thought she might on that one. The line was looking open.
Here, maybe it's this one. Nope, she's still going with a shot. It's the right call, though. Got a little bit of a smaller block in front of you. I like she put a ton of topspin on that last shot, propelling that ball quicker to the sand.
All right, we've hit the midpoint of the set here. You know, you might think the working conditions here are pretty cherry, just perfect, but I might have a National Labor Relations Board complain about the treatment by my co-host when I'm giving her a quiz and just letting it hang out there. Kind of workplace violence. Yeah. How disgusted do you look right now?
Oh my gosh.
The spy camera's always on, Cam. Just as it is in the player booth. Welcome in Kevin Barnett alongside now the happy Cameron Irwin off of her abuse of me. We're with you all weekend here on Valley Live. We appreciate you being here. We're going to finish on Sunday for the championship. It's going to be really good. Exciting heritage event here from the Manhattan Beach Open 2024. We're just underway. You all right over there?
Crying. Sorry.
Rich Lamborn will be checking in. We are the three that'll take you through.
Yeah, the three amigos. Here we go. Golly, that's what happens when this guy gives me a quiz and then leaves me out there with Iowa.
Would you abuse Rich this way?
No, have you seen his guns? I'm a little scared of him.
Yeah, I've seen him. I've been doing a lot of work. I feel like Lou Ferrigno in Pumping Iron to his Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Your retaliation is a little less scary.
Okay, I'll have to work on it. Welcome to our stadium court. Fans enjoying a Friday morning. Beautiful end to summer here in Manhattan Beach. That ball is just wide. Have the point.
Oh, man.
For Deberg and Harward.
That was an all-time eye roll for you.
You were so angry.
I was. It's like you left me out to dry, bro.
I tried to give you enough hints.
They were bad hints.
Team TKN will see in action at some point here. That ball is touched. The Olympians I was really impressed with the support that they had. Good job by the TKN peeps, both in Paris and also upon their return to stateside and celebration of those Olympians. They had a nice match this morning. It was the first one on Stadium Court. Took care of business quickly. So we'll see their continued journey through the winners bracket. Tough short serve, popped over. Sparks will take the opportunity to convert.
Harward and Deberg have to figure out a way to shore up their side out right here. That first contact, they have not been in system yet in this first set.
I'll credit the serving of Ferch and Sparks coming in with a plan. Of course, so much time together. I love these pairings that are coming out of the schools. And another tough serve right down the middle from Sparks, going with the jumper.
I mean, the bottom of that is just falling out. Check this serve. Just dropping it right into the seam.
And there is a little bit of wind coming from that corner. We have kind of a breeze from the south to the north. 14-11 is now the score here for the upstarts.
Yeah, and I'm really impressed with this duo in terms of Sparks and Ferch. It's not just one phase of their game right now that's working, right? We talked about the defense and what they're going to be able to do with Sparks just tracking in the backcourt. But there's already a block on the side of Ferch as well, and not to mention her side out has been rather superb. That first contact is getting them in rhythm. They're running a very quick offense, which is putting that much more strain on Deberg, getting up to the net and trying to find her defense. So impressed with this duo right now.
In contrast to the earlier match with Del Sol and Carlson, they were kind of unable to take advantage of some of the early opportunities that they generated. For Ferch and Sparks, they've done the opposite. They've converted the majority of them.
Yeah, you're spot on. They absolutely have. You can see in the box there, Kylie Deberg and Hailey Harward getting a little bit of extra coaching on their side.
3 straight points for Sparks and Ferch coming off the ace. Lindsey Sparks back to serve.
If I'm Sparks, I'm going right back to that middle here. And she does.
Again, keeps Deberg off balance. Another opportunity. Do you take a swing? No, you cannot. Free ball coming. Harward high line is open and converted. Call and listen to your partner.
Yeah, and I like that play right there. You could see them trying to utilize their system. Deberg really forcing that platform to push the ball all the way to that right side, running that spread offense and creating a nicer high line shot for her on the left side.
This is the number 6 team. Seed coming in. Serving middle, Deberg against the number 27. That is a beautiful back set. Once again, a couple of exceptional sets from both partners.
Yeah, it's hard to get this team out of system right now. That's not even just a back set. That's like from left to right shoulder side set from Ferch.
What's the first question about any player who comes to the beach game?
Can they set?
See, you had the answer to that one. No need to swing the clipboard.
Watch out, Cameron's clipboard yielding.
Weapon of choice, clipboard.
In the booth with the clipboard.
Yep, exactly. The game of Clue, AVP style. 15-13 on the change.
Deberg continuing to kind of just chop around the block right now, just finding the edge there of Ferch.
Can they start to pull away in this first set, the number 6 seed? Ooh, a little low opportunity. Look at that offense.
That's what I'm talking about. Every time Deberg is at that service line, these two are pushing the tempo. That's nearly like a 1.5. That barely came out of Ferch's hands before Sparks just attacks it. Look at this. 1, 2, kaboom. Lindsey Sparks into the angle.
Go to CameronIrwin.com for your 1-2 kaboom t-shirts. Angle didn't listen to your partner, picked up. That time it's good.
That high line is continuing to work for Deberg. Go there until Lindsey Sparks gets a hand on it. (14-16). Berg and Harward are down.
That ball will find the middle of the sand, right on the back line.
And that's why you have to stay away from Hailey Harward. Just her vision is yet again on full display, finding that deep middle.
Began her collegiate career at Long Beach State before transferring to USC, originally out of the Phoenix area. Good line serve. Sparks right side, shoots set this time, and it's the line. Variation of offense, been impressive in the first set so far for Ferch and Sparks.
Yeah, they seem to be so dialed in terms of where their set locations need to be, what they're running at any given time.
18-15. High, deep middle. Opportunity to run this one down. Taken. Can they convert? Good touch there. Ferch with the attack.
I am so impressed with this duo and their versatility. They are showcasing so many different skills. Even that last one, Sparks just throws that right into the block, able to stay so steady and chasing it back down. Check out this play right here. She didn't even jump, just gives herself her own recycle, and there's that 1-2 step from Piper Ferch.
Well, not only do they come in with a lot of success behind a lot of skills, but also confidence. If you look at Piper Ferch, she played with Hermosa Beach's own Aaron Inskeep up at Cal Poly. They won more than 30 matches at the #2 spot. That'll build your confidence in any scenario, such as stepping onto stadium court in the MB Open.
Yeah, I was enjoying the photo these two shared yesterday, and it was just them relaxing, almost snuggled in bed, and just said, the night before MBO. I was like, spot on, ladies.
It was really funny. I was riding down yesterday, the qualifiers happening, riding along the Strand from Hermosa Beach to the event. Not a single volleyball court was occupied. You never see that. Everyone was in the qualifier or cheering for someone in the qualifier or getting ready for today. Nobody on the sand on the Thursday before. This is the home base for so many of the athletes playing, as we're at set point. Not converted yet. Second opportunity to close it for Sparks and Ferch. Is this an upset in the first set?
That's tough. Yeah, I am a little surprised right now at just the level of Deberg and Harward, especially based off of what they did in Huntington Beach. This isn't the normal Deberg and Harward that we saw.
Set number one, while Ferch and Sparks,
Well, that'll do it.
with a 3-point run halfway through. So they did 14-11 and never looked back.
First set goes
17
to Ferch and Sparks. Efficiency in transition really carrying the day for this Cal Poly pair.
What to run on defense?
Yeah, so they were super sharp. Those quick little ones that are between you or between them, especially on the Lindsey, it's all turned into a short-ish shot. Does that make sense? So she can't extend through it. So it's something to see from a blocking perspective. That gets low and inside. You have to either delay big time to go get it or a simple pull. Okay, they haven't gotten overused on anything that's been quick.
Yeah, not a high shot. It's very, like she did, like we did a 4. She did like a very fast line.
Yeah.
And
so since they're not looping a ton of balls, we need
do I just be stopped?
Yeah, make sure you can see what happens in the quick sets. You get stuck.
Right. Because I'm like, should we do the call?
A look at our women's seeds. Clothe Nuss, the aforementioned #1. Cheng and Hughes, of course, the Olympians. We'll see them at some point today. Flint and Skulls, defending champions, coming off the naming ceremony yesterday. The plaque presentation right there on the Manhattan Beach Pier, home of all the former champions here at the MB Open. Alex Klein and April Ross, the gold medalists, in their return to the sand together. We're excited to see where they end up in this event. And I love that little dialogue there inside the box and the view that we're giving you of how much that kind of offense, all the pressure that can really be put on a team by variation of set. Look at our 11 a.m. match coming up. There will be Cheng and Hughes, Bracken and Cruz.
Yeah, to your point, that was an incredible conversation down in the box, and they are so spot on. A lot of that quick offense, some of the conversation was, hey, either we need to delay that block and go up and get some of those shorter shots on that tempo offense, or we need to have a simple pull off the net for Kylie Deberg to find some defense. It is also putting a ton of pressure on the down defender, Hailey Harward. She said she keeps getting kind of stuck in that defensive spot.
A serve to open it up. How good has Sparks been from the line?
So solid, continuing to attack the deep middle. She continues to go from that left side of the court into the middle. Typically, that means that's going to be the cross-court ball for Kylie Deberg, but having a harder time getting into that quick middle.
And a block. It's 2-0 right away.
I will say one thing that is working for Deberg and Harward is that high line. Deberg has scored several points utilizing it. Love to see her continue to go there.
It's Harward who gets this attempt. It'll be dug up. Middle set. And chipped in 3-0. Do you call a timeout right away?
But again, there's that short contact. They talked about it. Lindsey Sparks is kind of attacking some of those shorter angles on each one of her attempts. And how about this? Pulling it into the angle. Piper Ferch right there. That's a missed opportunity. A nice defensive play, though, for Sparks and Ferch. Sparks all over that, shifting to the line.
This time to Deberg. You wanted the high line, didn't get it. The angle, it's dug again. And second time is the charm for Sparks, who continues this run now 4-0 to open set number 2 after winning the first.
An even play there from Lindsey Sparks. Recognized ball quickly coming back over, takes just about a 60% shot, rolling that into the corner.
We're gonna have a little line maintenance and some sand from both sides as they reset. Kevin Barnett alongside Cameron Irwin. Rich Lamborn will be joining us for the remainder of the weekend. Welcome to Manhattan Beach, your home for beach volleyball for the next 3 days. Joust at the net, won again by Ferch. A clinic to start the second set, 5-0, the number 27 seed.
I mean, this is quite the performance from Ferch and Sparks. Check this out again. Ferch all the way up, good press, and they cannot get into system on the side of Harward and Deberg. That has been the biggest difference maker.
Off to a fantastic start. Ferch out of Cal Poly San Luis Obispo.
Great serves.
Lindsey Sparks out of UCLA.
Cal Poly.
School pride, I love that.
Todd Rogers is smiling somewhere.
The professor.
Cal Poly. Those are just flippers. Maybe they can hear.
Oh, we heard.
Yeah, good job. Great serves. Keep it up. Thanks.
Their service pressure has been superb in this matchup, and you asked me about it, whether this is an upset or not. Obviously, we've got Deberg and Harward up at the number 6 seed. And what was impressive is Huntington Beach, Kylie was unstoppable. She tied for being the first in blocks per set with Taryn Close. She was at 1.7 a set. We have just not seen that against this team that continues to shoot around her. She has not been able to get into a blocking rhythm. She was also up in the top with total aces. She had 14 in total in Huntington Beach.
More service pressure.
That's a great pickup.
No conversion yet. That one'll do it. Sparks keeping herself at the line. Is there something to playing a team that you have not seen before that's difficult to get ready for, to adjust to during a match?
Absolutely. It's hard to know exactly what their offensive scheme will look like, especially with this duo that has clearly played in the same system and under the same head coach. I would say one of the biggest challenges is the amount of effort that it takes to play a team like this. because they're shooting and having to force Deberg to pull off the net. That's a huge effort play. She would have to continually do that. Or defensively, Hailey Harward's gonna have to start kind of sneaking in, getting ready for some of those. But this is gonna be a grindy type of volleyball to take down a team like this.
That shirt is also available at CameronIrwin.com, Grindy Volleyball. What was it? 1, 2.
Kaboom.
Kaboom. I definitely want one of those yellow and red explosion things around that. Ace serve nearly returned. Instead, it's an aggressive swing at the net. Confidence building for Ferch and Sparks.
Don't take your foot off the gas pedal. There's that pull again, but I want to see the pull against Lindsey Sparks, not as much on the side of Ferch. Ferch will get up and take a swing.
Bad pass. And another point, 8-1. 8-1, you have to be feeling it right now if you're one of the Mustangs. Causing complete disarray for the number 6 seed, Deberg and Harward. They were my teams to watch in this tournament, and they may quickly find themselves in the contenders as that one is punched through the ball.
And I like it. Hailey Harward right now, go up, take some swings. You got to build energy and momentum on your side of the net. Take the pressure off your partner.
Jump serve coming into the wind. Harward with the dig. Conversion needed. And taken.
You're also starting to see some of the effects of the deep sand here in Manhattan Beach. We noticed it in our first call of the day for Andy Benish and Miles Partain, how many tricklers we saw, whether that was from the service line or from the attack. And another good rally here, same thing. Deep sand means it's harder to jump, harder to move through. Your elevation might be just a bit lower.
Certainly different conditions than you find at many of the pre-made courts that are popping up on universities across America. Sparks, no jumper on this side, but the float nearly had it. Instead, it's a poke from Deberg for the winner, 9-4.
Another great way to get yourself back into this. You got to go for it from the service line.
Well, a little corner to corner might be open to work on Ferch. Instead, it's down the line to Sparks. Well handled, short set. Pokey just over.
What a bummer. That was a phenomenal play from Hailey Harward. We talked about it with that quick tempo offense. She was expecting and anticipating kind of that short poke, but that's where Lindsey Sparks just one step ahead, goes with a deep poke over the top of her head, and somehow Harward, check out that full layout, still gets a hand.
I love the control out of that too. A nice play, but still 10-4. And back to what would amount to the good side right now. Wind in the face for the far side there for Ferch and Sparks.
But that's proactive volleyball. That's proactive scouting right there from Sparks and Ferch.
Over onto Doug, yes. Ferch takes a crack, and it is wide right.
Can you stay one step ahead of your opponent? Force them to continue to react. It's a good sign right here on the hitting error from Ferch if you're Deberg and Harward.
That ball just wide. 11-5, set 2. Set 1 went to the number 27 seed of Sparks and Ferch, 21-17. Converted some early opportunities into points and then decided their way out, scored a couple towards the end, and then got on a huge run with Sparks at the line here. She misses her second opportunity on that side. Soft knuckles are good again. Boy, the control and the reps are evident for this pair.
The worst of the use of the word control is right on point. That first contact, they're keeping it low, fast. It keeps them in system.
12-6, doubled up. Standing down ball. And that ball just wide.
That's a tough one. As a right-handed player on the right side trying to option that, it's coming over the top of her head. Not a whole lot of vision there on the ball itself. Tough one to have to execute.
I really didn't like the first pass on that off a pretty easy ball. Good touch. That ball's over. Deep corner, winner. You put a set earlier into death. What did you do with that set?
Into the grave.
Into the grave? Just the coffin corner. Halloween's coming up.
But even in that rally, you could hear some of the frustration on the side of Deberg and Harward. There was a dig from Harward, and she was so adamant about trying to keep that on her side of the net, but unfortunately still trickles to the other side.
Good move, just out. What a read by Ferch.
Ferch understands the assignment right there, knowing that the opposition loves to get after the heavy swing.
Second set action, 13-8 break. The technical timeout. This side looking to close it out. Ferch and Sparks, meantime, warming up. The Olympians are out there.
Yeah.
Cheng and Hughes.
And they're red, white, and blue. Let's go.
Hey, bring it out.
Rocking USA on their back right now, as they deservedly so.
There's a look at the Olympic pair. Cheng and Hughes, of course, world champions as well.
Plus national champions time and time and time again.
Good to see them back together and having such success after coming out of college with a lot of expectations, both of them going on separate journeys. Cheng, of course, now a two-time Olympian, and good to see Sarah Hughes add Olympian to her resume. And like a lot of the other teams we've seen, a long possible Olympic road ahead for them. Again, a journey to be had, perhaps 4 years here in Los Angeles. I would expect them to return to the Olympics again.
Yeah, I don't anticipate the switch up at all between those two.
All right, 8-13 for the number 6 seed. Looking at what will be our first upset of the day. And confidence building.
You said she's 5'10"?
That's what the stats say.
Jeez.
Playing 6'2"?
It looks exactly like the highlight on her Instagram. Look at how high she gets. She's got a wicked arm.
A wicked arm. There's a middle winner. 14-9.
That's one of the first heavy swings we've seen from Deberg.
Touch, kept alive. That'll be deep corner and good. Sparks to the net. Missed it there, but made lemonade again.
Sparks is scoring points from the sand. Her feet didn't even leave.
15-9, holding steady.
Unsure of her footing, look at that. Fakes it, poke.
Vision. Finally, a little option blast. But it's going to take some point scoring, 15-10.
Yeah, use it. It's the second time we've seen now from Deberg. Throwing that ball all the way up. Nice first contact from Hailey Harward.
Finally, some pressure put on. Can they convert and get one step closer? Here comes Harward. Line out. Answer is no. 16-10. Opportunity lost.
Harward has scored the last 2 points for her team in terms of her being aggressive and attacking the block. Here she tries to find the high line and just gets too much of the side of the ball. You can see that side spin as it trails out of bounds.
Short serve to Harward. Good push set. That'll be run down by Sparks. Able to put pressure on the other side from the sand. And 6-4 plays.
Time for a scavenger hunt. Sparks lost her sunglasses in the middle of that, and by lost, I mean she took them off her face and hucked them well beyond the service line.
Now we'll have to have a little cleaning of the glasses. A little sand timeout here in Manhattan Beach. Kevin Barnett alongside Cameron Irwin. Rich Lamborn is inbound to Stadium Court, located just south of the iconic Manhattan Beach Pier. If you come to Los Angeles, about 15 minutes south of the airport in the South Bay, which, if you're familiar with Los Angeles geography, would be the green area noted as the best part of LA.
Also wondering, at what point are you leaving LAX for it to be only 15 minutes to Manhattan Beach?
I get home at 3 in the morning.
I was gonna say.
Got to catch the light at Rosecrans. That's what you have to do.
Right.
A little more quick offense here. A little bang bang play. Roll shot, no good. And the cable is the winner.
So that point is important, not just because they're walking away with their 12th, but more importantly, how it came about. Not only did you see, check that out, a delayed block on a shot for Kylie Deberg, but then also a simple pull, the late pull off the net to find that secondary contact. That is a huge, huge switch up for Deberg and Harward.
All right, side switch now. A good side for Sparks and Ferch. Ferch there on the right-hand side, orange glasses. Sparks far side. Orange scrunchie. 16-12. Harward at the line. Line, no one, just long, and we're gonna have an inspection here. A little check of the ball mark, but it's 16-13 for the moment, it appears. And it looks like it's going to stay that way as Harward continues on to prepare to serve.
Right now, who is reacting between these two teams? Because it is now fully changed. Sparks and Ferch are having to make the adjustments here.
Harward, exactly the right spot. And that one's off the block and out of bounds. 16-14, and the first little bit of roll and rhythm on the other side.
Yeah, and it's come with a defensive transition, right? Changing it up, finding the plays at the net for Deberg, whether that's the block or pulling off the net, and then also kind of shifting into some of those shorter angles for Hailey Harward. That's the look they were trying to find earlier in this second set. Took them a little time to find it, but now it's time for a response from this duo.
Couple of little defenses. I think the holding and running is going to be key.
Yeah, I've been a little shorter.
Yep. So the two that they've tried to go over you, you've gotten super simple. Okay. A couple of little opportunities. If you see things get a little too quick, or if you feel like, damn, that's really fast, then just give like a little half two-step pull to force them to have to go over you. Because if they keep it short, right, it's kind of that tweener where either one of you can get it, so that creates a little bit more of a defined goal. Okay, other than that, you guys, you're just playing your game. Okay. Come on, great job, great job.
Harward and Deberg have done an excellent job of taking their strategy box conversation under pressure and applying that and executing it on the sand.
Yeah, I think if you asked them, though, they probably would have liked to have done it about 10 points earlier, but
you are where you are.
Nonetheless, they have found themselves in a good position now, and I love the word use there. defined role. So having very crisp and clear understanding of exactly who's taking what. So Kylie Deberg is going to look to maybe pull off that, like you said, maybe 2 steps off the net.
Ferch and Sparks now forced to respond to the pressure that's been applied. 16-14, 14 serving 16.
Oh!
Is it my eyes don't work so well? Is that Kelly Cheng out there? Going into the book of tricks.
Not just that, coming up with the on-2 open hand.
Piper Ferch for the point, 17-14.
That wasn't even on my list of options for this duo,
Well,
but I like it.
Add it now. Oh, easy opportunity. Sparks, middle. Just inside the block with enough power for it to go wide, 18-14. Excellent response out of their timeout.
Yeah, this is all the chess game now. Lindsey Sparks putting a little extra sauce on that one instead of just working with those short angles.
Barbecue or like a Chipotle mayonnaise or something? What would that be?
A little ranch.
It's Manhattan Beach. Be a little bougie. That middle is a winner, 18-15. Time running short for Harward and Deberg. They've been going after Sparks on that right side. That continues. Chip, Harward, read it. They need this one. They got it.
16-18.
Harward throws her hands up into the air. I love it. Stay aggressive. Know what's working for you. She picks up the dig and just unloads.
Trailing by 2, holding service. You'd love to, if you're the number 6 seed right now, score 2 more, tie it up at least. If not, force another timeout from Ferch and Sparks. Chip shot is good on 2. That's been good throughout. 19-16, Ferch and Sparks.
As they make the switch here, what's cool is the fact that Ferch, alongside Sparks, they don't have a coach in their box. They're having to make all these in-game adjustments on their own. Shows just how far their volleyball IQ really goes.
Couldn't get Todd on speakerphone? What's going on? Let's go, Professor. Zoom to Manhattan Beach. Working on Harward. That ball is wide, no touch on the block, and we will be to match ball. Match point number 1. First upset of the day is the moment now. Short serve. Did that touch the sand? Play continues.
Right.
That one's wide. No protest. 2017, 1 to get it done here. Second opportunity to close.
But what a time to pull out a different serve. We have not seen that from Sparks. Kind of that dead floater down the line to Hailey Harward.
And I love that they didn't complain, because that was really close. Other players may have spent some time with our up official. Instead, it's a little sand timeout. Sparks comes back out. She's been seeing the majority of serves. Second opportunity to win the match and stay in the winner's bracket. A contender's journey looks in the offing here for Harward and Deberg. Back set way wide. Ferch to win it. No. Is it good? Yes, it is on the back line. Quick reactions and a wonderful start for the Cal Poly Mustangs.
You think that you had seen everything possible from this duo in the matchup, and then they still come out with a different look on match point. She just ran a slide off 1 foot on match point.
Identical, 21-17, 21-17. Scores get it done. Congratulations to Piper Ferch and Lindsey Sparks on the way they've begun their Manhattan Beach Open 2024. Thumbs up indeed.
Yeah, that was just fun to watch.
Well played, well executed. I felt like this pair just took it to them.
Are those flaming hot Cheetos right there? What did they just put on their cooler?
Flaming hot play is what this was in our second stadium court match of the day.
I mean, it started from the beginning with this duo, just their ability to not only come up with some big defensive plays at the net and in the backcourt, but the service pressure was also on point in that first set. Then the tempo offense, their ability to run transition plays and know exactly where they need to set the ball was just next level. Lindsey, Sparks, Piper, Ferch, welcome to the show.
Showing you don't have to be above 6 feet to get it done. The 5'10 Ferch and the 5'8 Sparks. Celebratory moment. They're going to move on in the contenders bracket. Kylie, Deberg, and Hailey Harward, boy, they have a journey ahead of them here in Manhattan. Can they make a Sunday having lost their first match? Much more to come. Our stadium court action will continue. Women's match coming up next. Thanks for being with us here from Manhattan Beach.